hottest microbrands in the world owe a huge thanks to Seiko. Why? Well, without its mecha-quartz movement technology, such brands would never have been able to kick things off with their attractive entry-price chronograph offerings to introduce their designs to the world. It's a clever solution, offering hassle-free, lower-priced, accurate quartz timekeeping with the mechanical chronograph experience. A perfect first foray into an analog timekeeper before one plunges into the depths of the sickness, remortgaging their house to afford, a micro-artist studio creation. And when it comes to forming an attractive design around a mecha-quartz foundation, who better than the in-house manufacturer that built the movement? Seiko's latest trio of mecha-quartz chronos, the SSB477, SSB479, and SSB481, offer vintage aesthetics that would be far more costly were you to buy something fully mechanical from the era, with its in-house 8T63 movement to keep pricing below $500 US. Let's get into it. For this mecha-quartz trio, each stainless steel case is what I would describe as Goldilocks size, not too small nor too big for the majority of wrists. Measuring in at 38mm in diameter, 12.6mm thick, and 45.1mm lug to lug across the wrist, the case has a modern meets vintage sense of proportion. The case finish is classic and sporty with a full satin brush to both the case front and flanks. Framing the dial is a color-matched bezel with a tachymeter scale in white to legibly contrast the backdrop. Now, whether blue, black, or green, each of the dials has a subdued matte finish. And with their darker hues, the three brighter chronograph registers at 9 o'clock for the elapsed minutes, 6 o'clock for the small seconds, and 3 o'clock for the 24-hour indicator have a nice panda pop. And no, the registers are not melting. The vintage-inspired box-shaped Hardlex crystal warps the registers depending on your angle of viewing. To minimize the interruption of the contentious 4:30 position date window, each of the dials utilizes a white on black date disc that, though not color matched, is certainly at least color blending. At least enough not to disrupt the symmetry of the three registers. Lastly, the outer perimeter of the dial and the three register subdials have a classic railroad track and a vintage flavored typeface to drive the classic vibes home. Beyond just the color of the main dial, still no two dials are exactly the same. The green dial's distinct element is its usage of a rose gold tone for the applied Seiko logo, the applied hour indices, the three central hands, and the three small hands for the registers. For the black dial, though it shares the same white metal tone for the hands, indices, and Seiko logo, it's the only one of the three to lean into some patina play, with an aged color for the luminous material within the central hours and minutes hand and the backdrop of the three registers. The blue dial variant keeps the metal and register backdrop white and perhaps feels the most modern of the three as a result. The Seiko SSB477, the blue variant, SSB479, the black variant, and the SSB481, the green variant, are all affixed to a case-matching stainless steel bracelet that is Jubilee-esque in look, but only has two narrow and polished intermediary links. The polished accents throughout the watch overall are scarce to keep a vintage tool watch feel, with only the narrow links, the crown, the pushers, and the bezel frame given that mirror finish. Should you wish to play Strap Monster, the 20mm lug width measurement caters to a near infinite number of strap options. Were you to look under the solid case back, you would find the aforementioned in-house 8T63 mecha-quartz movement. It offers reliable, hassle-free timekeeping with an accuracy range of plus or minus 15 seconds per month and an approximate autonomy of 3 years before you would need to have the battery replaced. So look, in terms of Seiko releases, I'm not going to go so far as saying these three watches are the most exciting releases from the brand within the last year. Then again, the Seiko SSB477, 479, and 481 are not meant to reinvent the wheel. Instead, they are meant to deliver a look and performance that Seiko and I understandably expect many watch wearers around the world will enjoy. At a price of $450 US, to deliver an in-house design with a desirable vintage aesthetic and sense of proportion is a job well done. It's simply a matter of where you are in your collecting journey, and if you're in the market for something stable, not too expensive in the context of the broader watch market, with a timeless sense of proportion and design that will never go out of style. So what I want to know from you all is which of the three would be your pick? Would you go black, green, or blue? Let me know in the comments. The Seiko SSB477, 479, and 481 are all available now for purchase with a price of $450 US. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to the Time+Tide channel for all the latest watch news, reviews, and content. And as always, see you on the next one.